Today, Comcast and NBC Universal officially launched their new streaming service called Peacock, which will release later this summer, July 15th, and earlier in April for some select customers. Now you can add Peacock to your ever-growing list of streaming services, on top of Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime Video, HBO Now, and I think they're coming out with HBO Max, Apple TV Plus, Disney Plus, and probably a handful more that I can't even keep up with anymore. This is why I quit TV altogether and I just stick to YouTube. Not YouTube TV though, because that's another streaming service. The one big thing to note here though is that you can get Peacock streaming service for free. I mean, you do get only limited programming access, otherwise it's $5 for ads and then $10 without. And then if you're a Comcast or Xfinity, whatever you want to call it, customer, you can get that at a discounted price as well. I will say for free, it's worth taking a look at. At $5 a month, it's still pretty competitive, especially for what it offers if you're into, things like The Office, which I heard won't even be available until 2021 when Netflix is out of its contract for that, Parks and Rec, and then I don't really know. There's so many things out there, I can't keep up anymore. I think the only big thing for me that I'd be anticipating here is the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, which is gonna be put on Peacock, but it's also why they're launching it on July 15th. But speaking of the Olympics, the thing is, sports used to be big for me. That was probably the hardest thing to wean off of when I cut the cord. I used to watch a ton of NBA, I'd catch all the Bears games on Sundays, and occasionally I'd catch a Cubs game here and there. But today, with the way broadcasting is for these sports things, it's all over the place. They're on different channels, everything's fragmented, and at this point, I'd rather just save my pennies. I also read that Peacock will have exclusives and other original content, but a fair question is, how many of you actually own a good number of these streaming services? Like, is Peacock at $5 a month worth it for you? For $10 a month? I know that Disney Plus is, $7.99 or $7 or whatever. Again, I don't keep up, so my apologies for that, but are there a good number of you that use a good number of these services, or is it just one or two, or are you like me and you're just like, fuck it, I'm not using anything? And now that I think about it, the only streaming service I use is Spotify, and I'm on a family plan with that, so I pay less than $3 a month. Otherwise, it's just YouTube. I mean, I used to have Netflix, I used to have HBO Now, and I used to occasionally do Hulu here and there, and I also had YouTube TV. And then it was like, okay, it's too much. There's too much shit already. For me at this point though, especially with how busy I've gotten, I think I'll just stick to YouTube. I will say that I do use YouTube Premium every time I fly because it gives me the opportunity to download a bunch of videos and I can watch them on the plane. Otherwise, that's about it. That's a guilty pleasure.